that ship on the landing pad.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a Yeseng protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Earth Directorate, huh? Like, from the serials? Thought Arcadia was outside your jurisdiction. Any folk native to this place sure wouldn't have ever heard of you. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any damnation? I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. He didn't happen to find... Well, never too late to start. Plunder's plunder, Auntie always says. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milverstreet knows everybody, though. Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milverstreet. He's in the town hall. That'd be the one with the giant hologram on it. Can't miss it. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just
Definitely not in excruciating pain.
All other bodily excretions may incur an additional...
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
I must ask you to hold still.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Don't be obscene. I have on hand a perfectly adequate tranquilizer to manage any flailing.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about that before getting shot.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a... And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a Now, was there anything else? Oh, certainly. Right after I see to all these other patients who arrived before you. Such hysterics would not endear you to me, no. It had better be important. Here are my supplies.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through...
store this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammo.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today. You're lucky we're patient sorts. I'm taking cover. Someone else take the shot.
I must ask you to hold still.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to own this place.
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old Canids. I loved those Canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately.
Yes, and...
Good. See that it is done. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes...
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so... I expect you'll come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then... Allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milverstreet, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottieri, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? Splendid, because I'm not interested in hiring any more. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunity. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island? Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Please, Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to, ease. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about... I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind... But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there... I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. Yes. One additional word of warning. The good commander cut an opportunity to attain... Find your way to the...
Well, if it ain't D.B. Milver Street's newest, if you'd spoken with me like I suggested, mayhaps the two of us could bandy words, but you didn't. And taking sides with Milver Street means I got no use for you. What is it? Make it quick, yeah? The peddler of half measures returns. Make it quick.
Peddle your wares elsewhere.
Commander, your munition supplies are low. It is best we discuss acquiring more ammunition when we are next traveling together.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? Well, if it isn't what I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10 per... Oh. No? Anyway, let's try this again. Like they say, a bit spent...
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Aerox.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, but the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by...
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another... Look, I know how it sounds. Like it all started the other night. Saw it happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned... Or maybe this entity only had the strength to manifest but briefly on this mortal coil. Communicate... Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't...
simply not. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all you... I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all... So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like... But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil. Then again, they all only have one job. Research, mostly. Some wholesale. And though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked... And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much...
Gone. It's gone down.
A simple malfunction, perhaps.
An outrage is what I call it. Yes?
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. What do you think the smokes are for? Guess I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these... The drones are ready to launch. Drones are only as dangerous as their program. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks and troops, but half of them are... Guessing that means you're flat out of... Not that I need the help of some Protectorate town. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity. What? Oh, yeah. If I can get these drones launched, you're welcome.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel. State your purpose, outsider. Or exit yacht. Well, that all sounds rather exciting. Like, most in the Protectorate don't know what the Earth Directorate is, you know. You travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume you expect it's as dangerous a job as the rewards are plentiful and handsome. Rare items. In my role, I compile during recent troubles. Once you have one of the 10, may safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate believe they can't be bloodied. We think otherwise. Got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity. My commanding officer. And the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put 2 and 2 together. Law, that was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. That's a nice sentiment. Did you pull it directly from a children's serial? Sorry. It's just increasingly clear you've not had many dealings with the corporation or its leaders. This is the way of things in Auntie's Choice. If you can't prove your worth, you're left behind. And that's why I'm here, trying to play catch-up. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up. Easy for you to say. These were my friends. Patched them up more times than you can count. I'd never wish harm on them. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind. Right. Like ain't the work. They treated me better than my last employers did. And despite what? Did you think I was born in? Take a look at what most systems offer. And I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance to enlist with open arms. Yes, and that's a decision I made for myself. Back in Tau Ceti under Spacer's Choice, I couldn't even... That takeover was the best. Fine by me. Well, like everyone in my... See, most of us were... Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative... Oh, they didn't eat like the rest of... The VPs set their own cans down. It ain't like they Can't complain if where we're needed is in a trench staring down the barrels of a minigun. I reckon that's a difference in... We spent a week crouched... I don't know if I would have made it out alive. Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury... He kept me clear. Almost got my head... Ortiz... It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. I appreciate. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became... Ooh, we got ourselves a hero. This ought to be good. Nope. You and I need to have a chat. You pushed right past me and into the fray with those rats. Handled yourself well enough, but you can't go doing that on this island. You're lucky if the worst you come face to face with are malnourished beasts. What are you here for anyway? Oh, he hired you. To find details on mental refreshment, right? Well, I'm Inez Silong, former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division, now menial troubleshooter. And that was my job you swept out from under me. Ain't gonna fight you for it. What's done is done. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it. Well, the only people who believe that are in this room, right? I'm considered a liability. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon, too. But I'm still mostly upright. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just... Weren't many of us grafted... No. And bet they'd erase it from the financial... I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a... She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to. Nothing else. Get the feeling you will. Think I'll head back to town myself and have words with Milver Street.
keep them coming. I can do this all day. That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void damn things? Not likely. I've been keeping my lamps open for these things ever since they started attacking. But thanks for the concern all the same. Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested. But no such luck. Officer Carr says we've already committed too many units to the field and that the Protectorate could launch a counterattack at any moment. That if I nag her on it one more time, she'll, quote, have me peeling Spectrum potatoes till my phalanges fall off. And everyone knows you can't shoot for shit without your trigger finger. So instead of allocating... In short, it's an easy way. If you're keen on lending a hand, Bounty Terminal... Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. You watch out for those airborne Really wish I could give those drones a piece of my... Go out there and do what I can.
Much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop braying your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. We scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies,
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more menial jobs where that... Ain't so sure you want to work for this
Fair Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged... How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me... If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
A notion equally brutish and antiquated.
Keep pushing me. We'll see how you fare without a lack...
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she...
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
What? I have done nothing to deserve such barbaric treatment. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say, but Auntie's choice ain't seen it. And you, I got a proposition for you.
She will most assuredly regret her decision, most assuredly. Now, the acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold, and to worry not, the culmination of my plan will bring... Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yeasayers still... Verily, I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage, perhaps? Some items may serve as honey, swaying the Yeasayers to a... Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly... Westport represents a challenge. Fairfield citizenry were given amp, but the people of Westport are stubborn... Shh, not so. The people of Westport don't. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. Except that, I shall mark the locale. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself for a task so involved... Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. Then consider yourself a fit. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. While I can't say for certain, I strongly... Still, I would come prepared with anything you think you might... Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns.
All done in there? Hope that little dust-up back there didn't put you off. Got a proposition. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's choice. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Doc Tinsley worked with grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn. After you. Ooh.
What is it? Make it quick, yeah?